Hey guys, Sal here. Click the button below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to start to do some update videos, things that I know about Uber, things that I've learned about Uber. I also invite anyone to leave comments below, anything you feel that can help a new driver, share your experience. Also, there's a link below this video that is my partner link, which if you do want to drive for Uber, I can refer you. There is a few bonuses that you get as far as if you make a certain amount of trips within the first, I believe it's 30 days, 60 days, something like that. You get, it's a couple of $100, I think it's like $250 or something like that. But there is incentives for you to get started and get out on the road. So I've been doing this now for a little over 4 months. Really nothing's changed. I still really like doing it, man. Like I said, I don't drive the rush hour. I drive the rush hour. I don't drive the bar hours of the night. I don't drive at night. I don't deal with drunk people. That's just my preference. I understand a lot of guys. I mean, if you really want to put the work in and drive those hours, you really could make a lot of money with this. You really could make a full-time income. And a lot of guys are making better money than they made on their regular jobs, you know, because a lot of people have, you know, run into hard times, found Uber, which is my situation, found Uber to kind of fill in those spaces, and it's really been a blessing for me. But that's really it, man. I tell you, I mean, I put the app on about 8:30 in the morning, and I talked about this in my previous video. I put it on about 8:30 in the morning, and I usually pick up for the rush hour people going to work. So it's most people, I mean, they love the service, and they like, you know, using it. They like that it's available to them. They like the ease of being able to just go on an app and call a car, and you know, it's usually they call the closest car to the person, so you're there in about 5 minutes or less, 10 minutes sometimes. It depends. I mean, one thing that I suggest a lot of times is if you're going to get a call now, depending on where you live. I mean, I do it in New Jersey. I'm in North New Jersey, so it's kind of like it's a hub of all you know, bridges, tunnels, trains, ferries, everything like that. So it's kind of like, you know, there's a lot for us to do here. But I mean, if you're in a spot where you're going to go about 25 minutes away, where the app says you're 25 minutes away, I usually use the phone number, and it calls the customer, and I just find out, let them know, listen, I'm about a half hour away. Do you want to wait, or are you thinking about getting a closer car? Because a lot of times you'll make a lot of people, they go on the app, they set up the car to come, they don't look at the time it's going to take, and then they run around, they start getting ready, and then they look about 15 minutes into the trip, and they say, oh shit, boom, and they fucking cancel it on you. So I usually just try to find out, listen, is that okay with you? Do you want to wait? Some people need the time or prefer the time. You know, they feel, all right, a half hour away, I got a half hour to finish up here and do what I have to do. So that's just something you could do to really like save yourself some time and save yourself some trouble, because you waste a lot of gas. And a lot of times too, also, you go 25 minutes to a half hour for a trip that's going 5 minutes away. You know, so for like you know, for like a $5 call, you wasted that, you know, that. And if that's not the area you're going, like a lot of times I put the app on and I pick up people on my way to the area that I'm trying to get to, and so it doesn't really affect me that much. But what I notice is going on now with Uber is they offer, and I haven't taken any of these offers yet, but they'll send you a text, and they send you a lot of text updates, letting you know when things are going to be busy, letting you know when there's a surge, possibly. Sorry about that. Guy almost killed someone. Me. Which is not good. But a surge, for people who don't know what a surge is, a lot of times during hours of operation that are fairly busy and there's limited cars on the road, they do a surge where it would be, well, you know, 1 time the normal fare, 1.2 times the normal fare, sometimes 3, sometimes 4. I haven't seen a surge that big. Most of the time I see 3. 3 is the highest that I see, and the customer knows it. The customer knows there's a surge. They have the you know, you could wait for a surge. A surge sometimes lasts maybe 20 minutes, a half hour, 10 minutes. It depends. Sometimes you could wait and the surge will go away. And it's, don't chase. And if you do start driving, you're going to see on your app there's certain areas that light up red, and it's going to let you know where there's a surge. I took a suggestion from a video that I saw not to chase those surges. Like, don't start driving towards those areas thinking that there's going to be a surge, because again, you'll make it halfway to that place, or make it to that place, and the surge goes away. And guess what? 9 out of 10 the surge is where you just came from now. So not always the best idea. You know what? You kind of get lucky with that. It does help. You might have a morning where you're driving and it's surging all over the place. Maybe it's raining, maybe the weather's bad, maybe there's just a lot of people calling cars at that time, and boom, you can wind up doing really well in a couple of hours time, which is great. But back to the text messages that you get. A lot of times they'll send you a text message and they'll say, if you want to work from, let's say, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., they'll guarantee you a certain amount of money. They'll guarantee you like $25 an hour. And you I don't know if you register for it or whatever, that's what they call it, but you sign up for it, and as long as you're on the road for those hours, and your app is on and you're driving and you're picking up calls, you'll make $25 an hour. Now you can't just put the app on and sit at home. They clock you and figure out what you're doing. And any trips that you do within that time frame, you're guaranteed $25 an hour, which is pretty cool. Also, I've been seeing a lot of deals for like free gas and stuff like that. If you refer a friend and if your friend starts driving, I don't know exactly what you have to get, but you'll see it on their website. They have a lot of different incentives, and different incentives to start driving, different incentives to get yourself out on the road, do a certain amount of trips and stuff like that. So listen, like I've said before, there is plenty of people, too many people, sitting at home, saying they can't get a job, feeling like they can't get a job, feeling trapped, and meanwhile they have, a car sitting at home with a clean license and doing nothing with themselves. Meanwhile, all it takes is to just turn around, try to get registered for Uber. As soon as they approve you, you could do one or two things. You can go down. They usually have like centers where they help you finish filling out an application, and they give away well, they don't give away, but I think it's a $200 deposit that you leave, and they give you an iPhone, and it's just for that, because a lot of people don't have unlimited data on their phones and stuff like that. I use my own phone because I have unlimited data, grandfathered in from a long time ago, but so it doesn't really affect me. But most people, you're going to pay a lot of money in data. So especially if you're driving all day, so most people will just get the phone, and you can pick those up at they have them in here. They have ours in Secaucus, New Jersey, and they usually have it at a couple of different hotels. So you can go there. They can help you finish your application. They can answer any questions. It's nice to be able to see somebody physically, where you could ask your questions and you don't feel like you're waiting for emails, or you're dealing with groups like what I'm trying to do with like a video like this. I invite people to leave comments, anything that they can feel, any questions that they have, or anybody who feels that they could share their experience to help the new driver. It's beneficial. So like I said, there's a link below this video. Use that link if you do want to sign up for Uber. If you have any questions, there's also my email address. Feel free, send me a question. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you do decide to join up, I'll help you as much as I can with any processes that you have to go through. But all I can tell you is this is an excellent way to make extra money. It's an excellent way to make primary money. I mean, the beauty of it is that you really don't got any boss on your back. You could put the app on and drive when you want. If you want to do it, if you want to sleep all day and go out at night, you could do that. Right now, there's certain areas, especially that the summertime comes, certain beach areas, certain shore areas, that the rates are a lot higher. Like for us, it's like all the shore points, Point Pleasant, Seaside Heights, all those places like that, and they invite you to go down there, and the rates are almost like their surge rates constantly. So guys are making a hell of a lot of money. You might sit in a little bit of traffic, or you're gonna deal with certain things, but I tell you that the money is well worth it. So again, my link is below the video. My email address is there. Shoot me an email. If you sign up with me, there is an incentive. I don't know exactly what it is. If I do find out those particulars, I'm going to make another video and talk about it. But there's incentives to get out on the road as fast as you can, get a certain amount of trips under your belt, and it's a certain bonus. I think it's 10 rides. If you do 10 trips within the first week, which is really nothing, you get an incentive of a couple of $100 within your first pay period. You get paid every week. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. You get paid every week. So what I did was I opened up a separate checking account because they direct deposit. So I opened up a separate checking account just for that, just for Uber. So I know exactly what I have. I could see all my deposits. And what I do is, now they take 20% out. So they take that out right off the top. But your taxes, it's a 1099. So what people don't realize is where a lot of people get caught up. It's a 1099 at the end of the year. So what I did was I figured for about 30%. Now it's probably overkill. But what I do is I leave 30% in that account, and I transfer out the rest of the money into my personal account. So I leave that in there for when tax time comes. If it's less, great. If it's more, it's not going to be a lot more. And I'm not going to get caught up like that, because a lot of guys, you know, they're making good money, whatever. They want to spend it throughout the year. And then tax time comes, and now you owe all sorts of money to the IRS, and that's not fun. So, again, any questions, shoot me an email, and that's about it. Look out, I'm going to be trying to making some more videos. Anything that I experience, good, bad, I'm gonna let you guys know about, because I do feel that right now this is really a great way for people to make money, and there's too many people on unemployment right now. So let's get out there and make some money. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.